Living legends are reaching me, sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee. On the run. Yeah. Keep on building that synergy. One blood that is on you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood that is on you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood that is on you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One blood that is on you and me.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you all can hear me well. I hope you can see me well. I am flying solo today. This is my first time doing my Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show solo, everyone. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to lead. We're going to share, past guests who've been on our show. But most importantly, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. We launched back in 2022. As you all know, and I'm sure you're going through the same things, the projects never, ever end. So we took a little break and then we came back for season 2 in January. All right. And then we highlighted a couple of guests and some upcoming events that we did within the community. And then we took another break because guess what? More projects came up. Right. All right. So let me just give you a little background about the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. First things first, guys. We have moved on up, like the Jefferson said, from the Sharon Lee Briefing Facebook group to now the Sharon Lee Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show, but is under the Leading Within with Sharon Parker on the Facebook page. So I know y'all been getting newsletters from me. I know you've been getting invites to go on over to the Facebook page and actually, just share, like, follow, all of that. So that's where you should be watching it. So for the guests who's coming on today, the first one that would tell me that you're watching from the Leading Within with Sharon Lee on the Facebook page, please put your comments in. I want to highlight your comments because I want to make sure that we're showing up over there. All right. So here's how this podcast show, guys, you already know, we got a structured program. And I just want to thank Crystal Glenn, the smart video girl is what she calls herself. And she's definitely a smart video girl, but her platform is called Great Media. Great Video Media. And I know I'm getting that all messed up, Chris. So I'm gonna get it right when I come around again. But just know that this is why I need my engineer, right? But she's been amazing over the last 2 seasons. Great Media Production is what her actual brand is. And I am not going to forget that ever again. Great Media Production. And guys, she's working on a project, numerous projects in the community that we want to just give her kudos. If you ever need an engineer that can promote you, that can make you show up professionally, she's the young lady to do that. So Krista Glenn, smart video girl, Great Media Production. I did it, Chris. All right. Also, I want to thank our engineers over the times, Sean Parker. Sean has been like our AV. He's always worked behind the scenes to make sure that, I'm showing up, professionally in the lights, and that, our studio looks the way it needs to look. I want to thank his wife, Dana Parker, for also creating the Sharon Lee Briefing theme song. We love it. We love it. We love it. So, guys, I want y'all to pray for my Sean Parker, who's my nephew. I want you to pray for him. He's amazing. He's doing a little recovery and some stuff with his health, but I want you to pray for him, and continue to keep him in your prayers, because guess what? This Power Month, the month of May, it's about so much stuff that we're going to talk about today. But before I get into all that, I just want to again give you the structure of the podcast show. For you all who are watching for the first time, we normally start with what I'm doing now. Introducing Crystal Glenn will come on and share a little bit of information, and then we will bring on our guests. We'll showcase their legacy video, which I'm calling Legacy Moves, because we're out there making legacy moves, right? So I show their legacy move video, and then I get them to share who they are, a little bit about their childhood, a little bit about, their education, what they've been doing in the community, what their profession is. And the key component to our podcast is for them to share their on the run story. What does that mean? What may have happened to you when you were younger, or even, teenager, or you may have been a young adult and you were going through challenges in life and it was none out of your control. You had nothing to do with it. It was just out of your control. But instead of, just like, oh, woe is me, I can't do anything, or I can't make it happen, or I'm so depressed, what you did, you took that on your run story and you made it into a legacy platform. You made it into a platform that shares how you overcame challenges, how you ran constantly to opportunities to make life a lot better for others. So I'll just share that. And then we ask the guests, okay, give us a little bit about how people can reach out to you. If you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you are a professional in what industry, if you're on social media. And then we just have a lot of fun and we laugh, guys. This show is about laughing. It's about learning, and it's about leading. There's a lot of bad things that we all know that's happening all over the world constantly. That's not even talking about the weather, right? And we try to overcome those challenges. We all know that May is Mental Illness Month. And during this month, or mental awareness month, and we're in a mindset of helping those not only just overcome challenges, but helping them to share their stories about how they're fighting through the mental, illness, or fighting through, being educated about mental awareness, all of those aspects, and then sharing some stories, success stories of those who beat the odds, who thought that because whatever may have happened to them, they couldn't overcome it, but yet they beat the odds. So we're going to be highlighting that this month. Just to let you know, a little different things have happened in our podcast. We were doing our podcast show every week, but now we're doing them every other week. So every other week, we're asking for you to come on and tell your legacy move story. So this is a personal invite from Sharon Parker, aka Sharon Lee on the Run. So guys, I just hope that you all are staying engaged and just getting to understand why you mean so much to us. So what I would like to do right now is share a video. And this video is going to really give you a little insight about those who have been on our show in the past, those who've shared their legacy move, and most importantly, those who are giving back to the community, because we all got an on the run story, right? And we all came through and have gone through challenges. Some may share constantly and some may not share, but I think that any time that you can talk about the pain points in your life, it would really, really make a woosah moment for you, and then you can just release it and then keep things going. We got a lot of other activities going on. We got a lot of gifts that we're going to give away. So I just look forward to you all staying connected to the Sharon Lee Briefing Show. And definitely you can watch this on the YouTube as well. So I'm going to do this video, guys. I want y'all to tell me what you think.
Sharon Lee on the run. Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me. Sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee, Sharon Lee on the run. Sharon Lee, Sharon Lee on the run. Yeah. Keep on building that synergy. 1 month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. 1 month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. 1 month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. 1 month at a time, you and me.
So let me tell you something, guys. I don't know about y'all, but those heavy hitters that I saw on that video, I tell you, those are what we call true legacy builders. God, that's going to be the name of my next book, True Legacy Builders. You know, back in 2017, during the 5th annual, what I call a Leading Within conference, I did something that I thought was a Power of 5 move. And y'all know me for my Power of 5. It's always mean grace and power, and it's not me, it's comes from God. He allows me to download whatever I need to download and collaborate with the community and make things happen. So back in 2017, I wrote my first book. My book was written called The True Synergy Work, Leading Within, the 7 Defining Principles of Knowing Yourself to Birth Greatness. And people have been buying the book, nationally, even a few global copies have been sold or whatever. But why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because when you brand your platform, when you let people know that you're serious about what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you're doing it with, you make sure you use everything in your intellectual mind to make it happen. Social media, high, touch, speaking, high, what is it? High touch, high something else. I forget how it goes. But just know that high tech, high touch. That's it. High tech is what you use. You use all the possible platforms that you can possibly use to get your brand out there. And then you also do the high touch. You speak, you put on conferences, you push your mission. So why am I sharing that again, guys? It's because everything that you will learn about what we do here at Rosa, what we do here on other platforms, it's all about leading from within. So the Sharon Lee Briefing Show is just a platform where we're showing what we're doing. So those individuals who I showed who were past guests, they have their own individual platforms. And they are, when I tell you, they are legacy movers. They are legacy movers. I know y'all heard about Dr. Sylvia Tremore Morrison, who's just now on the Mecca, comedy show platform where she's being shown on Apple TV. You can Google her on, I think, something called iTunes. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. And then other platforms. Sylvia just happened to have been our first podcast guest back in the first season. So I was showing those images to let you all know that high touch means everything. And as we continue with our Leading Within platform, as we continue with our podcast show, as we continue with our conferences, our workshops, our collaboration across the board with different organizations or whatever, we want you to know that we're doing it for you. Right? We're doing it for your community. We're doing it for our babies, our next generation. We know there's a lot happening out there. Our babies are going through a lot. They are going through a lot. And because they need us guys more now than ever. I get sick and tired of cutting on the news and hearing about all of the ills that's happening with these babies, how they're hurting themselves, how they're hurting others. So this legacy move is all about sharing how we collectively work to help benefit. So, hey, Lynn, thank you for joining. I really, really appreciate you and your husband. He was featured as well. Dr. Johnny Simpson, who does a lot for the community. I mean, he's, a retired military vet, but he gives back in his industry for those who are looking for disabled, benefits that they could never get from, VA. He's the man to go to, right? So he's the one that's in in the video that was shown. So just thank you, Lynn, for just coming in and just, ask a question, feel free to share your experience with, me, your cousin, and also with, what we do for here at Rosa. You and your husband were part of Rosa's 10th annual Leading Within conference. And, that was held last year in Largo, Maryland. Guys, we brought out people like Dr. Barbara Reynolds, Stephanie Myers, authors who in their own right, again, is making legacy move. So this is the purpose of the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. We want to have fun. We want to laugh and we want to lead. And that's how we've been doing it for the last couple of years. So what I would like to ask the community, and you all, for those who are watching now and for those who will watch later, I would love for you to send me an email at sharon@themakingofyou.com. sharon@themakingofyou.com. And I would love for you to say, Miss Parker, I have a legacy move story. I've been sharing it for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And, I haven't developed yet that high touch and that high tech. And I'm not able to always promote it the way that I want, but I have a story to share. And I think it would be definitely a good story to share on your network. So we want you to do that. Again, Sharon at the makingtheletteru.com. I would like for you to send me an email. Now I want to bring up something, guys, that you are going to be in complete awe about. As I mentioned earlier, every other Friday, we're hosting the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. We're not doing it every Friday like we used to do. So our next show will be held on May 31st. That's right, at the end of the month. But this podcast show, guys, let me tell you something. For I would say last 12, maybe 13 years now, I've been working with an organization called American Mothers, Inc. And I serve on the national board now as what they call Area 5 coordinator, Power 5, right? I love the 5. And I am responsible, honestly, for doing outreach to moms, girls, and their families in Maryland, DC, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Delaware, and also Alabama and Georgia. So why am I sharing this? Because there's a lot of mothers out there doing some unbelievable great work amongst all the challenges that they're going through. And this one particular mother, she lives here in Maryland, and she's going to be a guest on our show next, not this Friday coming up, but the Friday after that, the 31st. It's going to be her and her son. And she's going to be sharing why she had to take a major legacy move. I'm going to show you the flyer, and then I'm going to get into what this is all about. So I'm just going to show the flyer first. So hold on one second. Let me know if you all can see this flyer. Now I had to pause a little bit because I got some yard work outside being done. I got someone knocking at my door. So can you all imagine the topic? Mom makes legacy move with son to battle mental illness in education. Mom makes legacy move with son to battle mental illness in education. What could that possibly mean? What could that possibly mean? It means that something must have happened to this young man, and mom had to step in there and make a move. And the move that she made was you're just not going to believe it, her story, and I'm not going to give it away. I just want you to know that there's a new law in place that she went to, and her and her son made sure it came to pass because of unfortunate racism in a university that this young man went to. Again, I'm not going to give away his story. I'm not going to give away her story. I just want to say Gay Carden is a woman that you do not want to mess with when it comes to her babies. And when that issue happened back in 2019, she stepped up and she said, not this one. No, not this one. You will not be unfair to my child, who I did everything for to make sure that he went through high school, got good grades, and all he wanted to do was just to simply go to college. He wanted to go to college and be the best that he could be and make his own legacy moves, but wasn't able to go through this particular college because of an incident. Again, I am not giving it away because I want y'all to come back on May 31st at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to hear their phenomenal story. This mom, her name is Gay Carden, she to me is an ultimate legacy mom legacy mover, legacy maker, because she made something happen and she was committed to it until it got done. And yes, that bill passed, and we'll be learning more about how she was able to do it. We'll be learning about how her son was able to overcome those challenges that he went through at the college. And we will be learning how us as moms and dad who go through challenges and who are watching our children go through colleges, be inspired to step up right now and act on the behalf of your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. I don't care what industry it is. I don't care if it's politics. I don't care if it's religion. I don't care if it's education. I don't care if it's, just whatever professional industry out there. I don't care. It's our time for us to step up and be that legacy mover for our next generation. Guys, y'all know I can talk all day and I'm excited, but I want to stop a little bit and I want to share something really, really exciting. I am really, really happy today that I am getting a lot of things accomplished here in Maryland. Again, I shared with you all that I've been working on several projects. I've been to the United Nations in the last year. I've gone at the National Press Club and hosted events for the American Mothers Organization, avoided a tornado in Nebraska. I was able to really, really share what I call legacy move gifts. And sharing that means just serving, guys. It's just me serving. How do you serve others to make life a little better for us all? So I wanted to share with you all that because I've been doing that, I had not had a chance to get myself together, right? Talking about, mental illness and mental awareness and all of that, you got to be right when you're out there promoting. So I had not had a chance to get my house, situated, to get my yard situated. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been working with some great community people who's helping me get my Rosa place, here in Clinton together. And I feel so much better because my yard is done. I'm getting rid of a lot of junk and stuff. So why am I sharing that, guys? Because listen, I am doing a event every Friday and Saturday, only limited times, but it's called the Rosa's Legacy Bag and Grab. Guys, I am giving it away. I have obtained so much stuff over the years that I just want to give it back to, those who need it. So I will be sharing with you a flyer, not today, but throughout my newsletter. So go to my newsletter, go to Leading Within with Sharon Lee Facebook page, inbox me, Ms. Parker. I'm going to send you my email. I want you to put me in your newsletter because I know you're going to be having opportunities coming out there. And I definitely want to, come and grab some things. Again, it's called the Rosa's, ROASA, which means Remembering Our Ancestors Synergistic Association, which is a nonprofit organization here in Maryland. But we're going to be giving away stuff fully a little minor free because we got to raise funds. We got to keep the doors open, right? So again, it's called Rosa's Legacy Bag and Grab. And you can get your little Marshall bag with a few items in it: clothes, shoes, jewelry, hats, equipment, like household, type of items, computer equipment. Guys, I'm giving it away. I got even some brand new shoes that I want to give away as well. And I love my shoes, but I'm going to give some of those away as well for a little small fee. So keep in touch and I'll share more information about that. Guys, I'm just going to show that video one more time so that you all can see again who our guests are. But most importantly, I want you to identify someone you may know. And if you know who they are, even if you're watching now or you're watching later, put the name in the comment so that they can know that you heard their story. Now, even though we moved over to the Facebook page, which is the Leading Within with Sharon Parker, also know you can still go over to the Sharon Lee Briefing Facebook group, and you can watch some of the videos that were done of past guests, podcast guests, or guess what? You can go to a YouTube channel and it's called the Leading Within with Sharon Lee. So some of you all may even be watching over there, but I just want to, make sure that you all understand how we've been able to pull these heavy hitters together and share their stories.
Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me. sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee. Sharon Lee, Sharon Lee, on the run. Sharon Lee, Sharon Lee, on the run. Yeah. Keep on building that synergy. One month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One month at a time, you and me. Keep on building that synergy. One month at a time, you and me.
All right. So I hope again you are excited about our upcoming guest, Gay Carden and her son Cameron Carden. Um, Again, y'all don't want to miss this. So share, 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 and come back on May 31st 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just hear about how this mom fought some battles to address the issue that she needed to address that became a law. So I want to pause and give a couple of shout outs. So May is, of course, my birthday month, and I can't wait to celebrate it. The 23rd of May, but today is my goddaughter's birthday, Brianna Coburn. So I want to give her a big, big shout out to Brianna for her birthday. She's in Deep Creek now at some lake, and I'm like, okay, I want to find out somewhere here in Maryland called Deep Creek. So she's up there with her friends, about to have a ball. So happy birthday, Brianna. I also want to give my daughter Wakila birthday, which was last Saturday. young girl turned 40 years old. Can you believe I have a 40-year-old, guys? So her birthday was on Saturday of last week. Happy birthday again, Wakila. Celebrate all month long, girl, because you deserve it. You go through a lot. You're a mom, you're a homeowner, you have two beautiful children. Do you and celebrate and just have a good time. And then Gina Duncan, I was following something that one of our podcast guests had posted, Cynthia Green, who's with them. I guess her platform is called the Marriage Built to Last. And she had shared that Gina's birthday is today. So happy birthday, Gina, to you. So for those who are going to watch this and later, please give our young ladies a birthday shout out. Oh, Norman, I want to thank you for always being supportive of what I do here. And happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Katrina Proctor. Norman's birthday was on the 14th of May. And Katrina, I think your birthday may have been on the 12th. Now, this is a 60-year-old, trying to remember this stuff, right? So y'all know I kind of went crazy last year celebrating my 60th birthday. Yeah, I celebrated twice. I celebrated in May, and then I did it again in December when my family gave me a surprise birthday celebration. So I am just loving life. I'm loving having fun. I'm loving telling your story, and I love just keeping us synergized. Again, my book, y'all, is True Synergy Work. When you connect with the right people, when you serve the right people, when you give back, that's what true synergy is all about. And that's how you make changes in life, because you're giving back to someone that may not even know that you exist, but your efforts, your work, your platforms, your service, your intellectual property, right? You're giving it sometimes to those who may not have been able to get it because things are so expensive out there. So I just want to say happy birthday to all of the May babies and Geminis and Tauruses and everything. Happy birthday. I also want to say, guys, this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to do commercials on our show. If you want to learn more about why Rosa is doing what we're doing, just shoot us. I'm gonna show you this. Shoot us your actual commercial. This podcast show, this was the first season, but this podcast show is designed to promote you. This is free advertisement. Patricia Watts, Ellen Bryan from Channel 9, all of these wonderful people who came on the podcast show, Dr. Kanae Black, who has a platform, Lisa Dove Washington, again, Cynthia Green, Darice, Her Excellency, Dr. Darice Richardson from England. So this is not just a national platform. This is a global platform. Again, Dr. Sylvia Moore, Morrison, Dr. Teresa Mosley, Bonita, my homegirl from Calvert County, Eli, Honorable Carl Snowden, this podcast show, Reginald Braxton, Ricky Burley, and Elder Kimberly Taylor, and also, so many others who have come on. This show is about you. It's about your greatness. It's about getting people to know who you are. So when someone says, Sharon, okay, why are you doing this podcast show? I'm doing it because you're my targeted audience. Every one of my friends, every one of my 3,000 and some friends out there, almost 4,000 on Facebook, you are my targeted audience, and we want to get your story told. So I wanted to share that flyer because guess what, guys? We're going national, we're going global, and I want you on this ride with us. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Again, I just want to thank you all for taking the opportunity to engage into sharing your story. I'm sharing this image now because this is part of my promoting what I do. Okay, promoting me. I'm my targeted audience too. I gotta work for me as well, right? Have you ever heard that you were your targeted audience? That's right, because you got to be able to let people know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and who you're doing with. So I consider myself an inspirational speaker, a leadership coach, a branding specialist, a project program developer. I'm a legacy keeper, guys. I create my own content a lot. I'm a mentor. I'm a synergy builder, and I bring people together. So I love to even be able to come into your company, your community, your schools, your events, and just share with you what God has allowed me to do in my 60 years, especially since I started the organization back in 2008, when of course we had the first African American president that it was established, and of course our first lady Michelle Obama. So I gotta brand me because it's all about giving. But why do I do it? I do it for this, guys. I do it for Rosa, remembering our ancestors, synergistic association, remembering what we have in common, remembering why we all are working collectively, and keep in mind again, it's not about us. It's about the next generation. So this is my way of being high tech. And this is my way of saying, I want to give back. And this is just one of the platforms in which I give back. Guys, we're going to be doing our 11th annual Leading Within Conference. It's going to be later this year. So I want you all to stay connected for that. If you want to be a speaker, if you want to be an author, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to be a partner, if you want to be a volunteer, you know what to do. Shoot me an email at sharon@themakingofyou.com or CC Parker, which is C as in cat, my last name Parker, 123@AOL.com. And we would love to have you on our platform. We would love to celebrate you. And I'm supposed to be giving away some gifts, right? So let's do that. For the first person who sends me an email to Sharon at the making of you, the letter u.com, and say, hey, I want to be an author. I want to be a speaker. I want to be a sponsor. I am going to allow your ticket to be half price. Okay. And you will get a free book, the Sharon Lee, the True Synergy Work, Leading Within, the 7 Defining Principles of Knowing Yourself to Birth Greatness book. You'll get that book, and you can also share with your community. You can read it, you can share with your community, and you can just show how powerful it is to tell your story. So again, what are you going to do? You're going to send me an email at Sharon at the making of you and say, Miss Parker, I want to be a speaker. I want to be a sponsor, or I want to be a vendor. I forgot about vendor. Or I want to be a volunteer or a partner for your 11th annual Leading Within Conference. Guys, we started back in 2013 and we kept it going every year, even through COVID, right? So we had to do Zooms a couple of years, but we kept it going. We did not skip a year, and we do not plan on skipping 2024. So keep that in mind. Guys, I'm just going to be saying to you that I want to thank all of you all of our past guests who have come on the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. I want to thank all of you all who are watching. I want to thank all of you who have already gone over to the Leading Within with Sharon Parker's Facebook page. And I've gotten a lot of requests. You all have, I sent you an invite, and guys, y'all did not waste a second. The numbers just started going up, and I'm like, oh, I love my community. I love my friends on Facebook. So I just want to say to the community, guys, this is what it's all about. If you want to brand yourself, if you want to tell your story, if you want to build your platform for the next generation, for the community, for our elders, this is how you do it. You gotta be high tech and high touch. And yes, it's a lot of work behind the scenes, but guess what? When you get it together, it flows so easily. So I want to thank those who are working with me again, Crystal Glenn, Smart Video Girl, great media production. Keep on doing what you're doing, my love. I love what you're doing. I want to thank Sean Parker. I want to thank Dana Parker. I want to thank Tanique Parker. I want to thank Sir Charles Carey. I want to thank Wakila Cannon. I want to thank my, all my, supporters, Ebony Banks. I want to thank Miss Lavinia Banks. I want to thank all of those, Miss Emma Ward. I want to thank, who am I missing? Guys, this is a 60 mind, right? I'm trying to think of everybody. I want to thank also, what is her name? Lord help me. Alba Washington. I want to thank so many people who have said, I see what you're doing, Sharon. I see why you're doing it, Sharon. And I see who you're doing it for. You're doing it for the next generation. And whatever those downloads God is downloading in you, keep on bringing it, because this is the way we bring our community together. So with that, guys, you can reach out to me again. You can go to my website at www.theleadingwithin.org. You can contact me directly on 202-365-8277, or you can go and send me an email at sharon@themakingthelletteru.com. Again, to stay connected with us. I'm also on social media. I love my Instagram. I love my TikTok. I love my Facebook. So, and I love my X, right? Twitter, old Twitter, right? So Instagram is, don't accept nothing if it's not coming from Sharon _leading_within_. Anything different than underscore is not coming from me. So I want y'all to know that. 2, I want you to also connect with me over there on X. It's just my name, Sharon, my middle initial, Parker 1, because there's only one Sharon E. Parker, right? So that's over at X. And then over on TikTok, it's Love Rosa, LOVEROASA. So those are, and of course, Facebook, we've already talked about you can be my friend on Facebook, just send me a request, or you can go to my fan page, which is Leading Within with Sharon Parker, because I want to lead from within with each and every one of you, right? Make that happen. So guys, I am going to close out, come back again, like I said, on May 31st at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the podcast guest, who is Gay Carden and her son, Cameron Carden. Again, you don't want to miss it. And then don't forget, we are launching the Rosa's Legacy bag and grab. I would call it a giveaway, because we're just giving stuff away for a little fee. We got to raise funds for Rosa, but just a little fee. Grab your bag, go on your little merry way. Take a picture of what the content is when you get to your destination. It could be a brand new outfit. It could be a brand new coat. It could be some shoes. It could be a purse. It could be a hat. It could be all of the above. It could be some jewelry. It could be some ear pods. It could be, you don't know what you're going to get in this bag. So say, Ms. Parker, shoot me the flyer for that. And again, inbox me on Facebook. You can email me again, and I'm always going to be redundant, Sharon@themakingofyou.com. Guys, I really, really enjoyed coming back on our second season of the Sharon Lee Briefing Podcast show. I can't wait for Crystal to come back on the 31st so she can do all that operating behind the scenes. And I don't think I did too bad, Chris. Okay. I normally just, have you doing it, but I don't think I did too bad with operating from behind the scenes. Guys, I appreciate you. For all the moms out there, happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you had a blessed Mother's Day. I hope you got all the things you deserve and wanted. So happy belated Mother's Day. Again, all the May babies, happy birthday to you. And with that being said, guys, I am going out.
Sharon Lee on the run. Synergy, energy, living legends are reaching me. Sharing knowledge with you and me, teaching us how to lead with Sharon Lee.